Hello. So I am off of Max Canyon Trail Road, way back further than I've been, and I have this awesome friggin' view of the mountains. So I'm going to tuck back in there and set up my hammock. It's almost 90 degrees. It's like 120 in the valley. So park the truck. I think I'm gonna move it back over that way. Over here. Anyway, so it's kind of off and out of the road. That way people can pull up in here if they want. Hopefully they don't, because that's the whole idea, is getting away from the city. I think the heat is making people drive crazier. They're like worse than normal for even Vegas. So I'm going to tuck back in here. We can't have a fire tonight. We can't ever have a fire up here. It's a year-round fire ban. But I have my little beeswax candle to make boil water, and I have my stove as well. So should be cool. I've never hammock camped before, so we'll see how it goes. If it's just horrid, then maybe I will end up sleeping on the ground or going back to the house. I don't know. We'll see. But at least I'm out here. I'm not sitting in the house. I was bored. Yeah, should be a good time and get to eat and hang out here, at least, if not an overnight. We'll see. Here's what I'm thinking. If I go around this tree and around this tree, I don't know if I'm going to do this portion. I might, to make sure I don't bump into that for the hammock. And then I'm going to have a tarp over the top for rain, because it's kind of cloudy in spots. Up here it likes to just pop up and rain, and sometimes for a little bit, sometimes it pours. So I actually kind of hope it pours. I'm in a hammock, so I'll be off the ground, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll see though. I'm gonna get that set up, and then I need to eat some lunch because I'm starving. So we'll get after that. I've got my trusty Alice pack that I take everywhere. I was gonna take a different pack, but I packed it up and I didn't like how it would carry, and I didn't know if I'd be hiking into a spot. So you never know till you get out here, so learn for next time, right? But I brought the Alice pack, so I got all my stuff in there. I really like that bag, so let's get to it. I brought a knife anyway. There've been a lot of sightings of mountain lions up here, so I'm hoping that that's not going to be an issue. If it is, I at least have a knife and a loud voice, so we'll hope. The truck is like 25 feet, so it won't be too bad. Close that bad boy up. Oh, I felt a raindrop already. We will get this out. Get in here. I got these tree straps from Emo. It is a hammock company. Would you believe it? Somebody's already pulled up right next to me in a truck and Jeep. Can't get away from people ever. So these straps are pretty cool. You don't have to tie anything, and they help keep the tree from getting busted up. They have loops in them, so they're adjustable, and then you just run around the tree to hang your hammock. They're pretty sweet. So my angle there around this one. And then you come through your loop. There's one. This hammock's pretty cool too. The bag stays on it. A lot of them do that now. You know what, I think I did this backwards. I haven't hung this thing in a while. 10 by 10 by 10 action. Got my pre-made guy line. I've showed you guys this before that I made. I just keep in there with my tarp, but if I can get it apart here, I have an addition. Once I get it open, you can see the toggle. I actually made, knocked my camera over. I made these out of a piece of aluminum that I got at Hobby Lobby. Cut them off, drilled them out, smoothed them out, rounded the edges, and then put the rope through them, so now I don't have to find toggles. They're just already on there. So it's pretty sweet. I put 2 of them on there for the outside ones, and then the middle one is empty still, just in case I want to hang a lantern or hang something off of it. But yeah, just a little addition, and they're aluminum, so they don't weigh anything. Cord management, anyone? So this will have to be higher. Let's see how this goes. This end should do a top line like I normally do, so I can adjust it. So that's 2 to the inside. I think I need to cut this cord, it's a little lengthy. A little excessive. One on the outside. Sweet. I'm gonna bunch up the rest of this cord so that I don't get it everywhere. I got too much ridge line. So I always have a lot of extra, so I might take like 10 feet off of this thing. Tuck that up in there. Sure, it'll stay. All right, so I got the hammock. I'll probably have to adjust that a little bit, somehow, some way. It's hanging a little low. I haven't used this a lot, so I don't really know about these straps. And it is getting warm. Ridge line's up there. I'm gonna throw the tarp over the top of that. Should give us some rain cover there. First the sun comes out. Do this in a diamond. Actually, I'm not going to do it in a diamond. Get an idea. All right, so we got the little porch there. I gotta stretch the back out. It looks like a hot mess. And then I'm gonna stake the back out there after I take it off that tree. I don't know if you can see that. It might be out of frame. Found a rock. Slight change of plans. So I had too much tarp in the back, so it's hitting that tree. So I raised it up to the next tie out on the tarp, so now it's centered. And then, so it runs across, and then this is like my front porch, just a bigger front porch. So that's gonna pull up, and I'm actually gonna guy that out to probably that tree. So then I'll have like a back and then a porch in the front, and I can see out in front of me, and the back's kind of protected. So that's what I'm gonna do next. That's the next thing, and then I think it's food time because I'm hungry. I'm hungry. So to attach this tarp to the end of it, and I was gonna do a bowline knot, but instead I'm gonna just do like this, and then take the cord. I'm gonna put that loop through. Why don't I just show you? Let's take a little walk see. All right, so get the loop here. Tripping over my own crap. So you made the little bite, right? Doesn't have to be in the center, it's just on the end. Through it. Take the tail and the long end. Hold on to that with your fingers. Otherwise you'll lose it and it won't work right. I'm gonna pull the rest of your long rope through. Hopefully this is enough to reach my tree. And then you just snug it down, make a little lark's head. So now that's not gonna slip or go anywhere. And you're not cutting cord or tying any knots that are gonna be a pain in the butt to get out later. Probably can't see me, but I'm just doing another top line. My favoritist. I wonder if the people next door wonder who I'm talking to. Whatever. They watch my channel. They'd know, wouldn't they? All right. And snug that up. Look at that. It's not perfect. Still sag in her. It'll do, donkey. Same thing I did on the other one. This time I'm going to put the whole roll through it, so I don't have to cut off any more than I need. I thought I had a piece that was already cut. Apparently I didn't bring that one. I brought this. Now I have a roll, so screw it. Screw it. What's going on here? A little extra. Cut my fingers off. Same thing, hot line. A two to the inside, one on the outside. Snug her down. And then adjust. Look at that. That is sweet. Bam. Took some working and reworking, but we have, I mean, it's a lengthy tie there. Sweet, sweet backpack there. Talk about it a couple times. Hammock, little backdrop, little porch. And if we get in this thing, excuse me, little bag, get out of my rear. Oh yeah, that's not a bad get up. Except for that, you laughing at? I want to hear a joke. We're all set up, so I'm going to have me some foodies. The angle on this thing is kind of hard to get used to and you can't see what you're doing. So my little possibles pouch you've seen 1,000 times. Get my little stove out. And there I've got my little coffee filter thing, some hot hands that was from winter trips, a headlamp, random piece of cordage, a little bit extra 550 cord, just some other stuff like that, and a little toiletries kit, and my battery charger pack. That's what's in the possibles pouch today. Alright, let's get some food. So I got my gas stove, put my stove on, or my gas canister, put my stove on top of that. I have an MRE for Din Din, which I stripped down because I wanted to make it fit better. Some beverage powder, some vegetable crackers, and the actual thing is ravioli, so that should be good. There's a raspberry white chip cookie. That's going to be the business. I'll probably have that with tea. But for now, you guys have seen me eat these in other videos. This proudly made in Maine mushroom risotto, gluten-free and vegan. Not bad. That's going to be lunch though. Before I lose that, I'm going to put it back in my pouch here. Just the bag to my stove. Water necessary. Cup and lid. Alrighty. Yeah, it's kind of cool. You have a chair and your bed in the same thing. It is warm. A talkative bunch up there. Let me see how much water I gotta add. 250 milliliters. Sure. That looks like 250. Like 250 to you? You don't know. All right, let's cap that bad boy. Fold our pot handles out here so I can grab it off of there without getting torched. I still brought a fire steel even though I can't make a fire, but just gotta be careful not to start a fire doing this. No. So what you didn't see off camera was me burning the crap. Which way do I go here? The crap out of myself. Trying to get the pot off. Didn't know the wind was blowing that way, so I have a blood blister. Not too bad. So the boiling water goes not on my hand, but into the mushroom risotto here, and then we're gonna start and let it sit. Spoon. I took the little silica pack out this time. Finally remembered that. This little pocket on the front of the hammock is quite handy for things. So that says it has to sit for 20 minutes. 20 minutes is a hot minute, or a long time, but we'll do that and I'll talk to you in the meantime, because I like to talk. So while that cooks, yeah, I've never done the hammock camping thing, so I've heard from my research, you want it more low slung to sit in during the day when you're screwing around, and then when you go to bed, you want it more flat. So if you lay in it let me show you. If you lay it at an angle, and this is a single, I guess doubles are better for that. At an angle, you take up more of the width, and it kind of cocoons you. It's pretty comfy. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't really decided if I want to do an overnight or not, or if I just want to hang out and eat and drink coffee and BS and just get up here for a while. So it's just so hot in the valley. It's ridiculous. It's like a record-breaking, like 117. It was 117, 121, something. I don't know. It's been ridiculous. I'm rocking my Prana pants. I haven't worn these in a while. They're my quick dry. I usually wear them on the river. But since it's so hot, it's like 95 degrees up here too. So I've got little cuts and scrapes from not watching what I'm doing. I want to scrape that new tattoo. So yeah, I'm waiting on the food to cook. It's sitting here simmering itself. And then I have an MRE, the ravioli I told you about. I've been waiting for this new bag to come out because I want it for summer camping. It's littler, it's 25 liters, but it's the way that it's set up to do it. But they're hand sewn, and the guy that makes them it's taken a while to get them. So I get it. He's got a hand do them and everything, and you can't do anything but wait. But I'm impatient and I want it. I don't need any more gear, but that's how it goes. So no fire. There's a fire band year round up here. I think I said that earlier. There's a fire pit right behind where the camera's set up, and there's burnt pieces in there. People do it, but if it blows and catches the mountain on fire, you started a forest fire. Or if they catch you, it's like a $5,000 fine. So I just don't mess with it. It's either that or stay home. So I use the little stove. I do have my little candle, which I don't think is technically allowed. So I brought it anyway, but I probably won't use it. I got my journal. I got a book to read for a while if I want to do that. Some coffee. If I do stay for breakfast, I have some granola with powdered milk and some dehydrated fruit. So that'll be like probably a cold type breakfast to just put water in it and eat it. It'd be a quick cereal. So I've never done a setup like this. I had to do it a couple different ways to get it to work right. But I got it. So yeah, probably start doing a little more like day trip stuff if I don't feel like doing overnights. That way I can still get out. I can still show you guys like what's going on and show you the area and what I'm doing. But the overnights are getting harder with it being so hot in the valley. Utah's got a full state fire ban. Arizona's under a recreation ban. And Nevada, a lot of places are a fire ban as well. Unless you're an established campground, but I don't like that as much. I like being out here where it's wide open. So I will get back to you guys. I think the food's done. Oh, see? Can you see it? Dump it. Yeah, doesn't matter. I've eaten this a few times. This one's pretty decent. Pretty decent. It's hot. It's even hot up here. But I'm gonna eat and hang out anyway. It's pretty quiet though. My neighbors over there are pretty quiet. We got a rooftop tent. A rooftop tent. That cooked up a lot better than when I did it in Utah when I was under my little canvas tent tarp thing I made. I think I had too much water in it then. Yeah, that's a lot better. Might have got too cold too, so I probably didn't cook it all the way through. I don't really care that it's vegan, but it'll do, donkey. The flies are really bad up here. I don't know why. I thought it was just my house because of the dog pooping and peeing in the backyard. I guess I could probably start taking him especially if I'm doing a day trip. My biggest thing is other people. Because when other people are around, he wants to go see them. And I don't want him to do that. And I don't want to tie him up either. You guys remember when I went to set up my hammock straps and wasn't sure what I was doing? Might have helped if I'd looked in the friggin' bag they came in. Open hammock stuff. Slide through the end loop. Use loops for adjusting. Don't be stupid. Mission complete. They can repair accidental oopsies. Okay, it's hot. Here's what I'm thinking. Abe Lincoln. I had my lunch and learned about my instructions. I think I'm going to make a cup of coffee and then write my journal, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Might do a cold cup of coffee because it's like, it's got to be close to 100. So done with the heat. So make a cup of coffee and write in the journal and hang out and see what we get into. Hanging out in a hammock. Get it? I gotta reach the button. Nope. Been taking my other Kuxa lately. Thought I'd break out the handmade one again. I love this thing. I just don't want to wear it out. If I wear it out, I guess I'll have to have them make me another one. Give them a winter project. I decided not to heat up the coffee because it's already like 90, 95, 96 degrees. God, I can never keep the bell of my hat straight. Saved my life. This thing doesn't have a lot of structure either, so maybe that's it. But this is as you saw, little instant coffee packets. They're from Folgers, but they're called Knorr, I think. They're really good instant coffee packets. Like they're not like the other Folgers. I think they're a little bougier. They're friggin' good though. I put a little sugar packet in here, but I've had them just black before too, and they really work. Seems like the older I get, the more I want my coffee to be rough. I think it just goes to match my life. I'm just kidding, but no, work has been a total friggin' nightmare, so it takes about the whole weekend to decompress from that. But this definitely helps coming out here. So being out in the outdoors is actually proven to help depression. So if you're sad or you're upset, go outside and go take a walk or go to a lake or go camping or up to the mountains. Even if it's just for the day, it can make a huge difference. I know when I come down, I think I've said this in other videos, but when I come down out of the mountain, sorry, I look weird. I'm rubbing dirt off of this. When I come out of the mountains, I'm always just in a better mood, just in general. I'm more relaxed. So like I said, I think I'm gonna start doing more day trips, even if I don't want to take it overnight. It's not the sleeping outside thing that I don't like, because I think that's great. It's the one, blowing out my whole weekend, and two, not having a fire. Like, having a fire is my thing. I love building fires, and if you watch my channel regularly or follow me on Instagram, I love fire building stuff. The collecting the wood and processing it and using the axe and the fire steel, and I just love all that stuff. So I could build a fire at home, but it's 120 degrees out, so I'm not going to do that. And then open fire cooking is awesome too. It makes everything taste better. So it kind of bums me out that I can't have a fire, and I don't want to do it in a campground. So I'm at a crossroads, but day trips could definitely be a thing. I think that's what I'm going to do this time. I'm just going to do a day trip. I'm enjoying it. I'm not leaving yet. I already wrote in my journal for a little bit. I'm going to sit here. I might take a little afternoon nap. I know I'm drinking coffee, but at least lay here with my eyes closed and just enjoy the nature. Enjoy being out here. So obviously like nature. It's all over my arm now. But yeah, you should really get somebody that can make kuksas out of burls. I think burls is the term. I'm probably screwing it up. So they're pretty schwanky. Pretty sweet. This one's getting all kinds of stained. It looks so good. Yeah. So, having a good day. It's a good day to be out here. Now we had coffee. We gotta have the raspberry white cookie. It's quite the gym in a MRE. It's all broken because I've jammed it in my bag. It's pretty good though. Just took a little nappy nap. And probably maybe heard me talk about it before. This is called Mormon Tea. Yes, kids. So I'm going to make some of this. Back in here. So what you do is boil just a little handful of these twigs in tea to make Mormon tea. And it's supposed to help. What is it? It's supposed to help with mucus production. So if you have a cold, it can be used for that. It's better when it's dry, which this is pretty dry. So I'm not taking a bunch of it, just kind of a few of what comes off. So I'm gonna get a little handful of these and then get that boiling and make some Mormon tea. I think she's steeped enough. Set this aside not to dump it. Oh yeah, a little brown tea going in there. So we're gonna dump that into our cup. Oh, I should have brought some honey. Some honey. It says 20 minutes, but whatever. So now we got Mormon tea from nature in the Southwest. I don't know that I let it steep long enough. I definitely let it spill over my hand long enough. But I got my Mormon's tea. I had a good nap in. I actually didn't think it was gonna happen, and then I woke up, which I think is how the better naps happen. Don't do that, it's hot. Screwing around in a hammock. Self-injury is a real thing on this trip. You like my hair? They took her a little high on the fade, but it'll grow fast and it's hotter than hell, so I don't care. So I think I'm gonna drink this, and then I'm probably gonna pack it up and take it back. So what I've decided while I was laying here, I don't like most of my gear to be bright. I kind of like it to be like woodland colored. And I'm obviously more into like the camo stuff, and my colors are OD green and bright orange. This is my favorite Nalgene for that reason. Well, and it's got some stickers on it that I'll probably never get again, so keeping that one forever. So I think what I'm gonna do is get some dye and dye this bright blue hammock, either brown or green, I don't know yet. I think if I do brown, it'll mix with the blue and it'll probably make it a like an OD green maybe. So I'm afraid if I do green, it's like an actual green. It's not OD. I'm afraid it'll be more of a teal, which it is kind of bright anyway, and I don't want a teal. I want it to be OD. So I think I'm gonna get the brown dye and see what happens. I did it to a poncho, which I didn't think would dye, and it did pretty well, so that was cool. but I think I'm gonna do that this evening if I get to Hobby Lobby before they close, and then I'm probably gonna watch a movie and hang out with the boy. Watch a movie, hang out with Sam, complain about it being hot out. Yeah. This isn't bad tea at all. It's not super strong, but I probably didn't let it sit long enough and steep, but that's okay. It's pretty good still, so. I think my neighbors are napping. They're pretty quiet. They haven't been bad though. Here comes another car. What do we got? It never did start raining. I wanted it to rain, like really rain, like rain hard. I'd like to camp in the rain in a hammock, but it hasn't done it. But no, it's been a good day trip. It's a refreshing breeze. It's been a good day trip. It was good to get out here, and then I can go home still, enjoy the weekend. I still can get house chores done and not feel like I'm rushed tomorrow to get ready for work for the week. So here when work slows down, I'm gonna take some vacation, I think, take a bigger trip. I'm wanting to go to Glacier National Park this year, but we'll see if that actually happens or not. So family wants to see me and stuff too, you know, and it's been a long time and I want to see them, so we'll see what I end up deciding to do. I will play it by ear, but thanks for watching. Next time, if I can get to a good campground that doesn't have a lot of heat and it cools off, because I think this heat wave's going to die off here in a couple weeks, I'm going to do an all surplus camp, like all surplus camp, and some will be newer surplus, some will be older, and then I'm going to do the beginner one where I take a lot of household items, and then my cheaper stuff that I first had when I first started backpacking and camping, and do that. So it won't be as much like handmade stuff and high-speed knives and all that. I've said I was gonna do it like every video, and I just haven't done it yet. So I'm gonna do it. I swear. Cheers.